Hey, my prego friends. I'm just gonna pop in here and we're gonna make a few DIYs together. Um, I wanted to talk about four different things. The first thing is oral health during pregnancy. You've probably heard it's super important to take care of your teeth and gums during pregnancy, and that's because the hormone levels are heightened, especially progesterone and estrogen. And that means that blood circulation is increased, which is awesome for our placenta and the baby and umbilical cord. But it also means that our gums can become red and swollen and bleed a lot easier. So we want to make sure that we take care of our teeth every day and that we floss because research is showing that issues with oral health and problems in teeth can cause issues with our baby's health, and we don't want that when it's so simple to avoid. So I use the Thieves toothpaste, Aroma Bright. I love it. It doesn't foam, which is awesome because the foaming has a tendency to make me gag. This is delicious. I don't have to worry if I swallow any of it because there's no parabens, there's no artificial colors or flavors or anything like that. It's just essential oils and natural things. So, and super, super efficient. Okay, now, so when in the first few weeks of my pregnancy, I'm now 16 weeks, and this is my fourth baby, but it's the first time I have essential oils at my disposal. Before then, I didn't know essential oils could be used in therapeutic ways. And now it's just amazing to have all these tools. So during the first few weeks, I felt nauseous all day. You guys, I don't know why they call it morning sickness. For me, it was all day. I even had to, sorry if it's TMI, throw up at a restaurant one night after dinner. I mean, that's just, it's not good. So I carried peppermint with me. I quickly learned that it can help alleviate those symptoms. And I don't know if you've heard, I'm going to put this way. If you are familiar with acupuncture or acupressure, but there's a point on your wrist that is really good to relieve nausea from any causes, like motion sickness or as a result of certain drugs that we take, whatever. It's really good to press on this point. So you take your hand like that, and then your other hand with your index finger and middle finger, you can feel the two tendons. They're aligned with your index finger, and it's in the middle of those two tendons. So, of course, inhale peppermint first thing in the morning. Have it next to your bed as soon as you're waking up. This is the first thing you want to be breathing. And then one drop on your wrist. And then I'll rub my wrist together, and then I press on that point. Whoop. You can also make slow, like little circles to help the relief. And then on the other side. This is good also to put in on your diffuser necklace, on a diffuser bracelet, on your clothes, use as perfume. It's such a wonderful relief. You can make a spray for your car. Just wonderful. Another thing I'm going to make is I'm calling it a stretching belly lotion. Whoop. So stretch marks are interesting because they're actually genetic. So some women have them, some women don't. But if you have a tendency to have them, it doesn't mean that it has to happen to you. So I love using my own lotion that I make with coconut oil, shea butter, and vitamin E. So this is the coconut oil that I get. I just get it off of Amazon, super easy. I get this shea butter. I like to get it refined so it doesn't have a strong scent. And it comes like that in an ugly bag. But it's wonderful. It's refined African shea butter. And then, of course, vitamin E oil because it's so nourishing for the skin. And when our skin is stretching, we need to be nourishing as much as we can. Obviously, nourish your body from the inside. So drink a lot of water and a lot of Ningxia Red. I love Ningxia Red. So this is just all of this whipped together. I would say I put 3/4 shea butter and 1/4 coconut oil, and then use one of those kitchen blender whipper things that you make whipped cream with, and it's going to end up like whipped cream. And then you can use geranium Geranium is wonderful for skin. It's actually astringent, so it helps your skin, it prevents your skin from stretching too much and having those marks that we don't want. You can also use Gentle Baby. Gentle Baby actually contains geranium, so it's wonderful for skin. And if you use Gentle Baby, you can actually use this lotion on baby once he's born. You could buy your own. You could buy your own lotion, but I find that the ones that are affordable have ugly ingredients, and the other ones that have perfect ingredients are super expensive. And also, I don't necessarily like all the fragrances that they put in there. So I love the control that it brings to me when I make my own. And I saw a documentary recently, actually, on just chemicals used randomly in America. And they actually analyzed the cords, the umbilical cords of newborn babies, and they found over between 230 and 250 chemicals in there. That's just because of our environment, what we eat, what we put on our skin. So maybe I can't get it down completely to zero, but I'm going to try my best because I want to give my baby the best chance in life, especially so early on when they're just newborn and fresh. I want their whole body to function as best as it can. So just this little jar. I actually have a big jar like this that has no essential oils in it. And then whenever I want to make something, I scoop some out in a smaller jar and then I make exactly what I want. So this is probably a 3/4 cup. I don't know. I'm going to put 5 drops. 3, 4, 5 of geranium. And you want to use glass always or stainless steel. You just don't want to use plastic. That's all. That's the rule with essential oils. And then you just mix it with a fork until it's all nice and blended. And you want to apply that on your stomach morning and night. It's a delightful aroma. I mean, it's so dreamy. If geranium is too floral for you, which it can be for some people, I would add frankincense, which is woodsy and balances it out. And frankincense is amazing for skin as well. Okay, another thing, and the last thing actually, is a body ache roller. When you're pregnant, especially the first time, your body is stretching from the inside in places that you weren't even aware could hurt or be painful. And you can't take anything. You can't take any drugs. So the first time it happened to me, I was really helpless because I'm a registered nurse by trade, and I always tended to run to drugs for everything because I didn't see any issues with it. So once those were removed from me when I was pregnant, I felt stuck. But this time I have my tools, so it's wonderful. And we're going to use lemongrass, which is amazing for joint discomfort and general body aches that you can get. I'm going to use 15 drops of lemongrass and then top with coconut oil. 3, 4, 5. And you have to see what works for you. Like, it's such a personal thing. You can add more or less. A good one to add as well could be Panaway, because it's wonderful for muscle and joint and bone support as well. I actually love lemongrass in my tea. I love it in soup. I love to diffuse it. It's really fresh. And I just want to eat it. It's good because you can. And then just add coconut oil. I get this one. The best one to get is Young Living's V6 because it's non-greasy and it has a ton of vegetable oils in it. Almond, just really good skin, hydrating, nourishing oils. And this you just want to apply wherever you feel discomfort several times a day. Don't wait for it to hurt. Just do it regularly. So you maintain your health. So yeah, joint discomfort, relief from morning blah, stretchy belly lotion, and teeth health. Super important. I hope this was useful for you guys. Enjoy the rest of the class.